Hello. I've just built a new commander, and he's quickly becoming one of my favourite designs in the format. Let's talk about Grenzo Dungeon Warden. Grenzo is a goblin rogue for X black-red who enters the battlefield with X+1/+1 counters. For 2 generic mana at instant speed, Grenzo lets you put the bottom card of your library into your graveyard. If that card is a creature with power less than or equal to Grenzo's power, you can put it straight onto the battlefield. First off, Grenzo is a flavour home run. Pulling creatures from the bottom of your library is a perfect representation of a corrupt jailer who conceals his network of spies and mercenaries with his extensive knowledge of Paliano's sewage system. Simultaneously, it's a nice change of pace to see a Rakdos character concerned with the subterranean, rather than another Dimir or Golgari sewer dweller. But what's really drawn me to Grenzo is the challenges he presents to you in deck building and the inescapable element of chaos that he brings to your commander games. Being able to play creatures for 2 mana at instant speed would be far too green for Rakdos without restrictions, but I think Grenzo's restrictions make him a very customizable commander. Do you want to play Grenzo for 2 mana? Or are you willing to spend a little more to be pulling out those high power creatures? Do you even play Grenzo for 2 and then buff him with spells from your library? And that's only the half of it. It's surprisingly easy to manipulate the bottom of your library with scrying and similar effects, but this limits you to only using Grenzo's ability when you've set yourself up with that perfect guaranteed creature, unless you want to risk whiffing the pull altogether. There's a careful balance to be struck. A balance that you could also completely ignore. And that's what I've chosen to do with my deck. 62 creatures, 37 lands, and a dream. Grenzo comes down promptly on turn 2, and every turn after this we are able to hold open valuable gambling mana. This puts a very interesting threat onto the table. If your opponents swing at you, remove your threats, chew with their mouths open, then they are poking a hornet's nest. Population size unknown. But whether you accept the gamble or plan around it, as long as you have that 2 mana available, you always have the option to try your luck. Wow. How underwhelming. You'd be forgiven for thinking that a deck running on Genshin Impact logic might lack a coherent game plan. But cards like Canal Dredger and Junk Trawler let us stack the bottom of our library from our graveyard, which, alongside a sack outlet, effectively lets us craft a game plan around recycling whatever our best pull is. And that's the true beauty of Grenzo. He's a commander that really gives focus to your 99. The element of randomness to the creatures you cheat out gives you a different plan of action every game, and keeps your table guessing as you pull out what could be a humble defector, could be a master of cruelties.